The United States became a major industrial power after World War II. Every country in the world started to buy materials from the United States. And the US government asked all these countries to pay for the materials in the US dollar. Under the Bretton Woods Agreement, the US government said, you can exchange 1 ounce of gold with every $35 US dollars. Once the rest of the country became stronger, they don't want to use the US dollars anymore because they want to use their own money, their own currency to purchase products from other countries as well after they became stronger. Then the French government went to the United States government and exchanged 20 tons of gold with 2 billion US dollars. In 1997, President Nixon ended the gold backing of the US dollar. So now the US dollar became a fiat currency. Why do they need to do it? Because if they don't stop the gold backing, then all the countries are going to come to the United States and exchange all the gold. Since the US dollar is now a fiat currency, no longer backed up by the gold, the US government demanded all the countries in the world to purchase oil with the US dollars. Now any country that needed oil, they have to exchange their money into US dollars and use the US dollars to purchase oil. Then all these oil producing nations, they got so much US money, they don't know what to do with it. Then these oil producing nations, they put their money back into the US banking system and invested in the stock market and the real estate market of the United States. As a result of that, now all the US dollars came back to the United States again. It's around this period, the United States government started to initiate wars in various small countries. And pretty soon, the US government started running out of money. So they have no choice but to print more money. At this point, inflation is like crazy. But it's okay because the entire world is helping the United States to absorb the negative consequence of inflation because everybody has to, exchange their own money into the dollar to purchase oil. Then US government lowered interest rate. So Americans took all this money and invested in South American countries, for example, Argentina. All this money went into the stock market and housing market of the South American countries. And the locals seeing that the price is going up like crazy, so everybody started to invest. The US interest rate rebounded. So all these investors that had their money in South America, they put their money out and went back to the United States. These investors made boatload of money, but the market of those countries crashed. At this point, the US government printed even more money and came back to these South American countries and they picked up the assets for cheap. And more and more monies are being printed.